What's good, y'all? So, hi. Like I said in the previous video or the one before that, I don't really remember. It feels so good to be cooking my own food and be back in my own crib. I just wanted to record a little bit. I wanted to make it like cute, you know what I'm saying? Like the little sexy me chefing up. No, look, I got eggs splattered on the side of the pan. You know what I'm saying? Tomatoes landed on top of the eggs. It is what it is. But the main point is that we're feeding ourselves, we're staying consistent, and we're just like taking more care to be alive. We're just enjoying things, being present. But hold on, let me sample this one time for the one time. Oh, and the yolks are cooked perfectly. I'm not one of the runny yolk types. Let me know what your preference is down below. I was kind of struggling with what I should add with my eggs because, spent like $150 at the grocery store. Fridge still empty. And it's not like I got a bunch of like garbage. It's like vegetables. It's vegetables, dude. And meat. But, I thought the spinach with the onion and the tomatoes would go perfectly. Also, I just came back from the gym. I was going to record myself in the gym, but I was a little hesitant. And I get in there and I see on the wall it says no tripods. And I was like, So, I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But been up since like 5:30. You know the deal. Just been grinding. I want to work on some art today, and I just want to hang out, chop it up with y'all. It's really funny. YouTube is so strange where, you feel like no one's watching you or no one sees you, and then, you'll get a message from somebody like, oh, dude, you make YouTube videos or whatever. Just found out my little sister and my mom are watching my videos. They just found them. Hey, y'all. It's cool, like this experiment of not telling people and seeing how far the signal reaches, and it's cool. And I'm sure there's some people who hate me who are watching these. What up? But yeah, I'm about to smash this food, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna make some art. So before I get into like actually making my drawing for the day, or like I guess my painting, I wanted to do a little warm up. I got some critique last night from my mentor, and he was telling me that I need to focus more on the structure of the head and the face when I'm drawing things. I'm more so focused on like outline drawing, and I wanted to do some quick subway drawings last night on my way home, but everyone was really aware of their surroundings, and so people were like catching me making drawings of them. But while I warm up, I just want to like tell you what's new. This month I feel really, really good just about everything. And I think it's just because I've had a perspective shift on how I'm about to approach YouTube and how I'm about to, just approach everything in life, which is just to not let little things get me down. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I'm really talented, and I'm really lucky to be able to recognize my talent. And, that goes for y'all too. Like, everyone has those moments where you're not really feeling like you are who you really are, but I just want to remind you, like, you are that person. But yeah, I can't say where I went, but I went out and I bought a calendar. Like, we are so locked in. I got my month planned out, everything. If you want to hang out with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta check my Palm Pilot.
Why don't you and your lady come on through, man? Hang out with us and our folks.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Look like I ain't doing shit.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta check my, see if I can fit into my, and it just, I felt like for the longest time, I haven't really had too much of control over my schedule or my life, and me just copping the calendar kind of helps bring that back, like feeling like, okay, whatever I feel like is important is going on here, and I'm gonna do it. And I just want to hold myself accountable for pursuing my dreams, because no one's gonna do this stuff for me. Speaking of, I went to the gym, and it feels good to be back in the gym. Like, it just feels good to be back doing like Jordan things. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this camera angle. I've been trying to use my eraser less, which sounds kind of foolish. I just want to make more confident strokes. So this is here, right? I don't know if you can hear that outside right now, but there's a dude who's I think he's hooping, and he's getting cooked. 65 overall, brown shirt, no badges. Nigga getting done up, boy. Damn, so, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm line dyslexic. I don't know if that is a thing or if it makes sense, but sometimes I feel like I see lines that are essentially they're flipped in my head than what they are in real life, and it throws me off. Cool. So I mean, it's obviously not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. And I feel like I got what I needed to, and I'm just gonna keep doing more. I don't know if I'm gonna do a self-portrait or if I'm gonna paint some flowers, but I want to do another one of those quick gouache paintings on that paper. So let me get that set up. All right, so I had to take a little quick breakington. Hold on. Yeah, I had to take a little quick break. Same idea as the other day. Quick drawing, nothing too serious. All right, keep it simple, just like that, bro. All right, let's lock this in. So, as you could probably tell, I'm using my paint from the other day because I didn't want it to go to waste. It's still good paint.
That's $2.89 worth of food.
I don't know why I woke up feeling super motivated this month, but I do. You know, I just feel like I could do anything. And so I'm just like locked in, just ready for anything really. And I feel like, you know, you ever get that feeling that you're super close to your dream, but you don't really know what's stopping you from going over the edge and like achieving that dream? Well, I feel like I'm there. And you know, I want to take this time this month to just really invest and commit myself to this goal and see like what am I missing, what am I lacking, and how can I improve. So this month is just about going super duper hard and being consistent, kind of like that Shea Gildress clip where he's like, everything in my life consistent.
How are you just so consistent, like the tide, night in and night out?
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
I feel that, even though they beat the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel that. I do feel like, way too much water. I feel like with the amount of art that I've been making lately, I feel like I've gotten better and I can see it. The thing that, you know, is stopping me from sharing it online, you know, that's like, it's weird. The like imposter syndrome, bro, is like such a real thing, and you could be really good at what you do and you could still feel like you don't belong or that you're not like good enough, and that sucks because we definitely good enough. I guess I can throw my eyeballs in here. Yeah, I've got some work to do to carve out this portrait. And, you know, what I really like about this paper is that, you know, it doesn't, whatever I'm like working on is, I'm not committed to it. And I really like the feeling of painting on a whiteboard, which is what I get from this. I think I also just like the speed at which I could work with this. Yeah, right now this looks crazy. Let me throw this, let me dot this eye in here, and then we'll come back for that.
A few moments later.
What I love about painting is that I get to explore different sides of myself. For example, I feel like with this type of art, or with this paper, and I guess the way I'm approaching this, I'm not allowing myself to be super perfectionistic, and I'm just kind of like going for it, which isn't something that I typically do. I'm usually a lot more hesitant about, how I place my strokes, what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. And something that I really want to get better at is being looser, or like finding my balance with my work. Like, how can I explore different sides of myself while still being super professional and still making something of value. And a part of me thinks that I'm always going to make something of value, because as long as I'm being intentional, I'm going to find something out about myself. Okay, so but I think that's what's super beautiful about making art. You can find out a lot about yourself, and you can also find out a lot about your favorite artists from studying their work from the beginning all the way up until the end. And that's also what is really sad, when you find an artist, when, like, let's say you have a favorite artist and they pass away too soon, or, everyone goes when they're supposed to go, but, they go earlier than anyone would have liked, and so you don't get an opportunity to study them or to see how they would have evolved. And that's my favorite part about being an artist, is seeing how I can evolve, how my work evolves, and also just, like I said, just learning more about myself, because ultimately that's the purpose of this for myself, is to explore who I am. Yeah, next time I think I'm going to start with fresh colors. I was kind of skimping. If you've made it this far, let me know down below who your favorite artist is. I think, of course, my favorite, if you know me by now, I'm going to say Picasso. But I think I'm kind of growing out of that phase. And it's not that I don't think, it looks like I got lipstick on. Whatever, we're going to rock with it. I think I'm growing out of that phase. And it's not that I don't think Picasso's great. He's always going to be my GOAT. I think my taste is just changing and evolving. And that's what I love about making art, is like literally watching my taste, like being able to observe my taste changing in real time. I don't think there's anything else that I've ever done or been a part of that has given me the ability to see who I am so clearly, and I'm able to appreciate every step of the way. And sometimes it's really scary not knowing who I'm turning into, because it's like, it's unfamiliar, it's foreign, but it's also super beautiful. This is so silly, and it's like, yeah, this is a stupid drawing. But I'm not mad at it. I think I'm just learning to loosen up and not be so I want to have, by the end of the year, I want to have a collection of like these silly 5-10 minute self-portraits, and I just want to look back on them and see how I've grown. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, because we'll have it'll be recorded, but we'll be able to look back at them and see how I've grown as an artist, and hopefully as a person. Hopefully I got more muscles. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. And actually, the one I did the other day was a little better, but I'm just having fun exploring this medium and not being super committal to anything. Next video, though, I really want to work on one of my big paintings. Even though the studio area of the house isn't entirely set up yet, I want to figure something out. So the paintings aren't perfect, but they're me, and they're fun, they're quick, they're fast, and I feel like I'm onto something, and it's allowing me to sort of explore a part of myself. So I'm happy. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below. When I wear this hat, I feel like Ash. If you made it this far down below, comment your favorite Pokemon. If you've never seen Pokemon, just comment the word Pokemon. Let me know that you're like you here with me. But yeah, today has been incredibly productive. I've made 2 drawings, and I'm gonna make more, but I made 2 drawings, and I've already edited a video and uploaded one, and I'm gonna edit this one a little later. And I'm just, I'm crossing stuff off the checklist. And usually at the beginning of something, I feel really good about it, but it's when I get halfway through or towards the end is when I'm like, damn, I don't know if I can keep up with this. But for this month, I'm really gonna lock in and see what can happen. So with that being said, I'm about to go work on some other stuff. I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me today, yesterday, and tomorrow. I really appreciate all the support, all the love. And yeah, thank you for just like sticking around and growing with me, because at some point they're gonna find out about us, and when they do, you guys will be early. And if you're here sometime in the future, hi people from the future. Yeah, I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna talk to you later. Peace.
Griselda. Hey yo.